just a little bit, just to give us like a little bit more red. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Alright, hi fairies. So in today's video, we're going to be battling two different palettes. And those two palettes are the James Charles Artistry whatever palette and the Wet n Wild 40 palette. So if you don't already know, Wet n Wild duped James's Artistry palette. James got mad on Twitter and the whole internet was obsessed about this beef for like 24 hours. Now, even though I am definitely not a member of the sisterhood to say the least, I'm gonna be reviewing these palettes as honestly as possible.
Like we care.
I am literally the most critical and judgmental bitch on the planet, so I am definitely not kissing ass either.
Give me some sugar, baby.
So I have the two palettes on my eyes and we're about to rewind into the past. Comment which side you think is which.
Do it.
So if you're interested in seeing which palette will beat the other into a bloody pulp,
Okay.
keep on watching. I'm using this new foundation and I'm kind of obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
It's the CYO Long Lasting Lifeproof Foundation. It's a long ass fucking name. I got this at Walgreens for $5.99, but they're discontinuing it, so it's normally like $7. So if you guys are near Walgreens and you want a good foundation for oily skin, CYO Long Lasting Lifeproof Foundation.
Like truly.
So the Wet n Wild 40 palette is limited edition and it retails for $19.99 on their website, whereas the James Charles palette retails for a little bit higher at $39. Now, a really sweet subscriber named Alejandra actually sent me this. Thank you so much, Alejandra. She literally sends me the best makeup. So thank you so much, because without her, this video wouldn't be possible.
You are number one. I don't know no 2 or 3, but I know you that one.
So I wanted to try out as many shades in these palettes as I could, but I didn't want to do a rainbow look because I would honestly have an anxiety attack if I had to do that on camera.
Hardest things I've ever done.
So I decided I'm gonna do a cute little sunset look or like a sunrise shit, whatever. So yeah, let's get started. I also primed both of my eyelids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, as I always do. The Wet n Wild palette doesn't have a mirror up here, and even though the James palette is a little bit more expensive, it doesn't come with a mirror either. So what I did is I just put a picture of a clown where I thought the mirror would be, because that's basically what I see when I look into a mirror. Now, some of the shades that are supposed to be dupes of each other aren't placed adjacent to each other. So for example, you can see that this white isn't there because that's a bone color. You can see it's up here.
I shouldn't be up here.
So firstly, I'm just gonna put down a really basic transition shade. So from the James palette, I'm gonna be using the shade Canvas. And from the Wet n Wild, I think the adjacent shade is this one in the center. So Wet n Wild here and the James palette here. And also every time I dip into a new palette, I'm gonna be swirling my brush around in this spongy brush cleaner. So let's start with the James side. And now let's do the Wet n Wild side. All right, so that one was a transition shade, so it's not really supposed to look like it did anything. But I will say that the Wet n Wild one appeared to have more fallout. So this is the James one. This is the kind of fallout it produces. But then the Wet n Wild one is just really powdery. I'll show you right now. Asbestos. Alright, so that fallout has me a little bit worried, so I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder and just put a little force field underneath my eyelid.
Barrier activated.
So the first shade I'm gonna be going in with is the one called Single. It's like this purple.
I love being purple.
And then the Wet n Wild palette, I'm just gonna be using the adjacent one. So I'm going into the James one first. So I'm just gonna be popping this into my crease. And this is gonna be like the purple of our sunrise or sunset or whatever.
Rise and shine.
Now I'm gonna be going into the Wet n Wild one. Oh wow. Wow, those look exactly the same. Now let me just show you the fallout of the two. This is the James one. You can see it's not really that bad. And then this is the Wet n Wild, which actually kind of has less fallout in person than the James one does. But both of them don't have a lot of fallout even to begin with.
Very good.
So moving on, I think from the James palette, I'm gonna take the shade Love That, which is this kind of pinky one. And I'm just gonna use that and the adjacent shade from the Wet n Wild palette to just blend out the purple we put in. First, let's do the James one. In the pan though, this one just has a lot of fallout. I don't know if you can see that.
Very bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a very powdery formula, but anyways, let's just put it on. Fallout aside, it's applying beautifully. Next, let's go into the adjacent shade in the Wet n Wild one. This one is notably darker, and it also has less fallout than the James one. I don't know if you can see, but that's not really shedding a lot. So far, the formula of the Wet n Wild palette seems to be a little bit more stiff and less powdery. It's not a bad shadow, it just doesn't look anything like the James side. This one's blending out to be a little bit more brown and less vibrant than the James side, but I could kind of tell that was going to happen because in the pan they just look like two completely different shades. The next color I want to put on is the one in the shade You're Kidding.
Do you think you're fucking funny? Do you think this is funny?
Just a little bit, just to give us like a little bit more red. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Not bad. That's actually a really nice red. Next, let's dip into the Wet n Wild one. All right, so unlike the previous shades, this one has way more fallout than the James one, kind of a ridiculous amount. Just look at all that fallout coming off. Yikes.
I'm gonna pull up with our next Monday.
They look very similar on camera, but what I will say is in real life, it's definitely just a tad bit darker. The James side is definitely a bit more vibrant of a red, whereas this one is definitely, you know, a little bit more vampy and dark. Moving on, the next shade I want to dip into is the shade B, which is the bright yellow one, which is adjacently placed in the Wet n Wild one.
That's amazing. Okay, cool.
And I'm just going to use that to blend out everything we have on our lid. Okay, wow.
Look how she ate that.
I actually really like the way this is blending out. Yeah, that blended out so pretty. In real life, you can really see that yellow because on the viewfinder, it looks a little bit more orange, but in real life, it's more like a PP kind of yellow.
Eloquently spoken.
Let me try and change the lighting. So here's a cool white LED. You can see that it's not really orange. It's more like a yellow.
But it's so bright and yellow.
Gorgeous. Now let's go into the Wet n Wild one. Fallout of this one is pretty much the same as the James one. What is happening here? All right, so here's how both sides are looking. I'll change the lighting setting, but I'm gonna stare at you right now so you can see that the Wet n Wild one is definitely a little bit more darker and vampy, and it's not as vibrant as the James one. Both of the shadows are performing amazing so far. It's not a thing of the formula, it's just a thing of the colors not being completely identical. All right, so now I'm gonna try out some of these shimmers. So the James palette has this one purple shade right here called Artistry. It looks really glittery and pretty compared to the other shades. I don't know why, but I feel like just the Morphe shimmer formula in general is really ugly.
Child. Anyway, so
Now I'm gonna go in with this flat paddle brush, but if this doesn't work because these are a little bit chunkier glitter, I'm just gonna use my finger.
My fingers in it, gentle.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take that on my finger instead. Yeah, that's much better. Now let's dip into the Wet n Wild one. This one's definitely less purple and a little bit more brown. All right, so looking at these two shades up close, I can say that the James one is definitely a purple base with a only like blue reflect, whereas the Wet n Wild one is almost like a mauve base, like it's more brown, and the reflect is like multicolored. So to do my bottom lash line, I'm gonna go into the shade Single again using this little chode brush.
This is exactly what I was afraid of.
I feel like these two shades are like spot on duplicates of each other. I don't feel like there's like an incorrect undertone or anything like that. They literally look the same on my eyes.
I'm just like you. I think that's true. You're just like me. Yes, I can see.
Now to blend out the bottoms, I'm gonna go into the shade Rusted, which is this really pretty tangerine orange. Oh shit, before I do that, let me dust off the bake. I think we're pretty much good for fallout. So let's just blend this bitch out right now. All right, so here's how it looks blended out. It looks very vibrant and very pretty.
That is amazing. Wow.
Now going into the Wet n Wild one. Yeah, I feel like these two are just like the same thing. Yeah, they kind of look the same and they didn't perform that different at all either. So let's move on to the inner corner. So to do my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go into the shade Face from the James palette. And it's kind of weird too because the shade Face in here looks like golden. They honestly look like two completely different shades. The shimmers in the Wet n Wild palette, they have that almost like funfetti like glitter in them. The only one in the James palette that has that funfetti is the shade Artistry. For example, if we're comparing the two palettes, the shade Cape Cod, the Wet n Wild formula is just so pretty. It has like all these glitters in it versus the one in the James palette is just like this generic frosty metallic. And it's not only that one, like let's compare the shade Ring Light. The Wet n Wild one literally just looks like crushed diamonds, whereas the James one just looks like a generic frosty metallic to me.
It's what she deserves.
Child.
But anyways, let's start applying. So here's how the shade Face looks in my inner corner. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like the Morphe formula just looks like a shiny matte. When I'm using palettes like this, I'll always have to go on top with like Stila Magnificent Metal or like the Lime Crime Diamond Crusher. But yeah, this isn't really like appealing to me because I don't really fuck with shades like this. Just so fucking boring.
Period.
Anyways, let's move on to the Wet n Wild one, which is this really gold color. It almost feels like cold and slippery like old butter. Okay. Yeah, the formula of this shade feels incredible. That is what I'm talking about. This one is just so dazzling and beautiful. It's like sparkly and metallic versus this one is just very like, hi, I'm here.
Hi all.
All right, so here's the cool white LED again. You can definitely tell a difference.
Oh, really?
These two shimmers in my inner corner are just so different. It's like these aren't even dupes of each other. And that's kind of one thing I see in this palette as well. Like when you actually have it in front of you, they don't even look that similar either. Now, a lot of people thought this palette was like an exact dupe or like a replica, but like in front of me, I can tell you with like certainty that I don't think it's that. Like, don't get me wrong, it is very similar and the color placement is very similar, but like there are some shades that don't even look like each other. Like the shade Pinkity Drinkity, it's like this metallic mauve. Just look at that, like, oh, the metallics in this one are amazing.
Talented, brilliant, incredible.
That's why I think this isn't meant to be like an exact dupe, but it's definitely like an 80% dupe. All right, so I think I'm pretty much done with the eye look. So I'm gonna zoom out, put some false lashes on, and I'll see you in just a second. All right, I'm back and I'm honestly loving the way everything looks.
Still white trash. You're still a faggot.
I popped on some mascara on my eyelashes. Obviously, I look like a different person. And I also popped on a lippy I thought would match. This is the Bite Beauty Amuse Blush lipstick in the shade Rhubarb. I love these so much and they smell so yummy. They smell like lemon tea cakes.
This is really, really, really nice.
Get shopping. But anyways, this is how everything looks. I'll show you in two different lights so you can see the differences in the color. The Wet n Wild side is definitely a bit more darker and less vibrant. And like I said earlier, I really just feel like this palette isn't supposed to be an exact replica of the James palette. It definitely is one of those like 80% dupes. But one thing I want to say about these two, the James palette does have better mattes. I feel like they were softer and they blended out much more easily and they were more vibrant. But it is just kind of dragged down by that really just ugly and dull Morphe shimmer formula.
She's got a point.
Versus the Wet n Wild palette where all of the shimmers had like that funfetti glitter in it, literally like crushed diamonds. The shimmers in there are so beautiful. So basically, James palette has better mattes, Wet n Wild has better shimmers. But honestly though, you can see that both of these palettes still performed extremely well. Now, putting my personal opinions of James aside, this palette is very, very gorgeous and the formula is very, very nice. I just feel like these palettes are the kind of thing where like you could do so many looks with them. I mean, obviously they're fucking rainbows. So you have a really good mix of cool tone browns like this, these two right here, cool tone, and then you got some warm tone browns, and then you have some like pinky mauves. So like if you're a makeup artist where your bag space is limited, I would say either one of these palettes is amazing for that purpose. Like if you were stranded on a desert island, like if you were on Naked and Afraid and you just had this palette and a blending brush, girl, the possibilities are endless. Now, both of these palettes have their strengths and weaknesses, and it really depends on what you want, because even though me personally, I'm gonna recommend to you the Wet n Wild one, I could definitely see like why you would want the James one over the Wet n Wild palette. I have never tried a blue shadow like this one before, this one right here. I'm not sure what it's called and I don't feel like getting the sheet, but just look at that, like holy shit.
Now come on now.
Like just
Dyslexia.
like I'll just show you this, what is this, seafoam, and then I'll show you the blue one right underneath. Still gorgeous colors and they still swatch really, really beautifully. But considering a lot of things, including price being the main kind of factor, I would recommend you keep your eyes more on this one as opposed to the James one, because this goes on sale for $19.99 sometimes and it is limited edition. But you know, some of us don't got $40 to spend on our palette, but you know what, we might got $10 to spend on a palette if you can get this on clearance. All right, we're approaching the end of the video now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a laugh and I hope you had some fun with me, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, we're clapping because it's over.